Alrighty, so part two. Again, all of my students' families are welcome and accepted in this classroom. All your colors, sizes, shapes, genders, identities, ethnicities, nationalities, I celebrate every single one of you. We are studying family relationships and biographical information. So there are a few things more to practice. Again, if you need help with the pronunciation of el embarazo, nacer, el nacimiento, la infancia, la niñez, la adolescencia, la juventud, I kind of went fast there. You can go right up here to this Quizlet set. Quizlet will help you practice back and forth with that. We're going to practice a few things here. Where were you born? I was born in. Where was your mom born? My mom was born in. You can talk about your dad, your brother, your sister, your grandparents, whatever you would like to practice, whatever family members you would like to practice, that's totally fine. And but you definitely want to be able to say where you were born, and it'd be nice if you could also say where someone else was born. Nació. I'm also going to ask you, which is your birth date? ¿Cuál es la fecha de tu nacimiento? We do regular dates every day. Hoy es el, etc. So the number goes there, the month goes there, and the year goes there. We are also going to practice if you remember a lot about your childhood, meaning as an infant and preschooler, and if you remember a lot of your childhood as like an elementary schooler. And I'm going to ask you if you prefer your childhood or adolescence. So, repite por favor, ¿dónde naciste? Repite por favor, yo nací en. Pregúntame dónde naciste. Yo nací en Long Beach, California. ¿Dónde naciste tú? Now, again, as we're practicing, I've put in mother. You could put in father, brother, grandparent, step, sibling, any kind of family member you want. Ready? Repite, por favor. ¿Dónde nació tu madre? Mi madre nació en. Ask me. Pregúntame, ¿dónde nació tu madre? Mi madre nació en Maryland. ¿Dónde nació tu madre? Repite, por favor, ¿cuál es la fecha de tu nacimiento? If you need to take a pause for a moment, write it down. You're going to write down SL, and then you're going to put the number. For example, I'm going to put 15. De, then you're going to put the mes or the month. I'm going to put Julio. De, and then you're going to put the año. I'm going to put 1970. You're going to put the year that makes sense for you. It's probably 2000, 2000, something, right? Okay. Take a moment to pause and go back and write that down if you need to. All right, ready? Repite. ¿Cuál es la fecha de tu nacimiento? Put it all together. ¿Cuál es la fecha de tu nacimiento? All right. Ask me. Pregúntame, ¿cuál es la fecha de tu nacimiento? Es el 15 de julio de 1970. ¿Cuál es la fecha de tu nacimiento? Remember, one of the ways you're going to get better is by replaying and practicing. So if you're at home doing remote learning, you're going to replay and practice and practice and practice. If you're in class, hey, this is an extra review study tip for you. So now I want to know, do you remember a lot about your childhood? Infancia is infancy childhood, and niñez is elementary childhood. They're both kind of interchangeable. I'm just sticking it in this way to make it easier for us. Repite, por favor. ¿Recuerdes mucho de tu infancia? Sí, recuerdo mucho. Recuerdo un poco. No, no recuerdo nada. Are you practicing at home? Are you pausing? And are you repeating? Repite, por favor. ¿Recuerdes mucho de tu niñez? Sí, recuerdo mucho. Recuerdo un poco. No, no recuerdo nada. Ready? I'm going to ask you, ¿recuerdes mucho de tu infancia? You answered with one of those. So now I'm going to ask you, ¿recuerdes mucho de tu niñez? And you answered one of those. Now, pregúntame, ¿recuerdes mucho de tu infancia? Recuerdo muy poco. Pregúntame, ask me, pregúntame, ¿recuerdes mucho de tu niñez? Recuerdo un poco. Keep in mind, guys, I'm 51 years old. So now I'm going to ask you, what do you prefer, childhood or adolescence? I mean, you're a teenager now, so you know what you prefer. ¿Qué prefieres, la niñez o la adolescencia? Ok, pregúntame, ask me. ¿Qué prefieres, la niñez o la adolescencia? Pregúntame. Yo prefiero la niñez. Yo prefiero la niñez. Now, I love you guys. I don't want to teach elementary. I definitely love teaching high school. But if I had to go back, I'd rather go back to childhood than adolescence. I think. I don't think. It's tough growing up, isn't it? Thank you for being my students. I love you. Make good choices and come back to me next session.